Hello grade 3, this is Mr. Ahmed and today we will do lesson 1.7, use place value to add. And our essential question is, how can you use place value to add 3-digit numbers? Okay, let's unlock the problem. Dante is planning a trip to Illinois. His airplane leaves from Dallas, Texas and stops in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Then it flies from Tulsa to Chicago, Illinois. How many miles does Dante fly? So if you look at the picture here, we can see that he flies from Dallas to Tulsa 236 miles. Then from Tulsa to Chicago 585 miles. So in total we will have 236 plus 585 miles. So let's see how we will do this. Okay, so here we will use the place value to add two add-ons. Add 236 plus 585. Okay, first let's estimate. 236 rounded to the nearest hundred. Okay, so we round here to the nearest 100, which is the 2. To the right of it, we have the 3, which is weak. So the 200, we keep it 200. And here, the 500, it has beside it 8, and the 8 is a strong digit. So the 500 becomes 600s. Now 200s plus 600s is 00. And 2 plus 6 is 8, it's 800. So our answer should be close to 800 or about 800. Okay, so let's add step by step. First, we have to align the two numbers. So the ones under each other, the tens, then the hundreds. Okay, and we start adding from ones. So here 6 plus 5, it's 11. It's 11. So I have to write 1 at once, and the other one will be a 10. So I have to carry up this 1 on tens. So in step 2 we will add the tens. So we have 1 plus 3, it is 4. 4 plus 8, it's 12. Again, 12 tens. So I have to write 2 tens, and I'll carry up this one at hundreds, because 12 tens is actually 120. So 2 in tens, and we carry up 1 at hundreds. So in step number 3, we will add the hundreds. So 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 5 is 8, so our answer is 821. What about doing it in one step? So let's write the 236 plus the 585. Okay, so we'll do it like this. First, let's add the ones. 6 plus 5, it's 11. So I write 1 down in ones, and the other one I'll carry it up on the tens. So in tens I'll have 1 plus 3 plus 8. So now 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 8, it's a 12. Again 12. I'll write the 2 and I'll carry up the 1. So at hundreds we have 1 plus 2 plus 5. 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 5 is 8, so it's 821. So 236 plus 585 is 821. So Dante flies 821 miles. Since 821 is close to the estimate of 800, at the beginning we estimated to 800, so the answer is reasonable. Okay, here he says you can also use the commutative property. of addition to check your work. It changed the order of the addends to find the sum. So instead of the 236 up, we will write the 585 up and the 236 down. Let's add and see if we will get the same answer. Now 5 plus 6, it's 11. Again 11, I write 1 and carry up the other 1. So here in tens we have 1 plus 8 plus 3. So 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 3, it's 12. So I write down the 2 and 1 up. Now at hundreds we have 1 plus 5 plus 2. 1 plus 5 is 6. Plus 2, it is 8. So we have 821. So our answer is correct. Now let's try this. Find 563 plus 48 in 2 ways. Okay, so if you remember in the past lesson we used the break apart strategy, and now we have the place value strategy. So we will use the 2 ways. So we have 2 ways to add now. But first let's estimate. Okay, here he estimated using compatible numbers. Okay, he used 550 plus 50. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 5 is 10, so I write 0 and carry up 1. Now 1 plus 5 is 6. So here he used the compatible numbers. What about if we used the rounding? So at the 48, the greatest place value is the tens, so we will round to the tens. Here at 563, the tens is 6. To the right of it, we have 3. The 3 is weak, so we will keep the 6. And we will write the 5. And to the right of the 6, we have 1 digit. We write 1 0, so it's 560. Plus 48. We will round to the nearest 10, which is the 4. To the right of it, we have 8. The 8 is strong, so the 4 becomes 5. And we write 1 0, so 560 plus 50 equals 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 6, it's 11, so I write 1 and carry up 1. Now 1 plus 5 is 6, so it's 610. So our answer should be close to 600 or 610. Let's use the break apart strategy. The 5 is at 100, so we wrote it 500. The 6 at 10, so we write it 60. And the 3 at 1, so we write it 3. Now the 4 at 10, so we write it 40. And the 8 at 1, so we write it 8. Now let's add the ones. 3 plus 8, it's 11. And 60 plus 40, 0 plus 0, 0. 6 plus 4 is 10, so it's 100. And 500 plus nothing is 500. Let's add the 3 numbers. 500 plus 100 is 600. Plus 11, it's 611. Now let's use the place value. 3 plus 8, it's 11. So I write down 1 and carry up 1. Remember that 11 is 2 digits. I can write in ones only 1 digit. So I write the 1 and carry up the 1 10 to the tens. So here in tens we have 1 plus 6 plus 4. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 4 is 11 again. So 11 again, we will write the 1 and carry up the other 1. Now in hundreds we have 1 plus 5, which is 6. We have 611. Okay, here use place value to add 3 add-ons. So add 140 plus 457 plus 301. First, let's estimate. Okay, here he used compatible numbers. But what about using rounding? Okay, we have in the three numbers 100, so we round to the nearest 100. Here to the right of the 1 we have 4, which is weak. So the 1 we keep it and we write two zeros. Plus, to the right of the 4 we have 5, which is strong. So the 400 becomes 500. Plus, to the right of the 3 we have 0. So 0 is weak digit, so we keep it 300. So 100 plus 500 plus 300. 100 plus 500 is 600. Plus 300, so it's 900. So our sum should be about 900. Okay, here he did it in 3 steps and we can do it in 1 step like this. So 140 plus 457 plus 301. First, let's add the ones. So 0 plus 7 plus 1. 0 plus 7 is 7. Plus 1, it's 8. Now we'll go to the tens. 4 plus 5 is 9. Plus 0 is 9. And the hundreds, 1 plus 4 plus 3. So 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. So 898. It's really close to the 900. Okay, let's see if we did it step by step. It will be the same. 0 plus 7 is 7 plus 1 is 8. Step number 2, add the tens. 4 plus 5 plus 0. 4 plus 5 is 9 plus 0 is 9. And the hundreds, 1 plus 4 plus 3. 1 plus 4 is 5 plus 3 is 8. So 898. So our sum is 898. Okay, so it's enough, guys. You do this at 1 step. Okay, we have 3 more numbers. Add 173, 102, 328. Okay, as we can see here that he used rounding. And he rounded to the nearest 100. So to the right of the 1 we have 7. It's strong, so the 100 becomes 200. To the right of the 1 we have 0, which is weak, so we keep the 100. To the right of the 3 we have 2, which is weak, so the 300 we keep it 300. If we add 200 plus 100, it's 300. 300 plus 300 is 600. Okay, now let's add it in 1 step. So 173 plus 102 plus 328. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 8 is 13. 13 is 2 digits. So I write the 3 and carry up the 1 at tens. Now in tens we have 1 plus 7 plus 0 plus 2. So 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 0 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 again is 2 digits. So 10 tens is actually 100. So I write the 0 here and carry up the 1 at the hundreds. So in hundreds now we have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 3. So 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 3 is 6. So 603. So let's see if we did it step by step. First add the ones. So 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 8 is 13. So I write the 3 and carry up the 1. Okay, so in step number 2 we have the 1 that we carried up. and 7 plus 0 plus 2. So 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 0 is 8, plus 2 is 10. Again 10. I write the 0 at tens and carry up the 1 at hundreds, because 10 tens is 100. So I carry up 1 at the hundreds. Now the hundreds in step 3, we have 1 and 3, and we have the 1 that we carried up. So 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3, plus 3 is 6. So our answer is 603. Okay, now for share and show, circle the problem in which you need to regroup. Use the strategies that is easier to find the sum. So here at letter A, 6 plus 4 is 10. So here we will regroup. But in letter B, 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 plus 0 is 8. 4 plus 5 is 9. So we want to regroup in letter B. So we will regroup in letter A. So we'll circle it. Now let's solve it. Okay, I think that using the place value is easy because you don't have to write a lot. So let's try it. So 496 plus 284. Okay, so first the ones. 6 plus 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. So we write the 0 and we carry up the 1. So at tens we have 1 plus 9 plus 8. So 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 8 is 18. So 18 tens. I write the 8 at tens. And 10 tens are actually 100. So I have to write 1 at the hundreds. So 8 you write it at tens, and the 1 you write it at hundreds. Now in hundreds we have 1 plus 4 plus 2. So 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 2, it's 7. So it's 780. Okay, here estimate, then find the sum. Okay, we will estimate using rounding. It's easier. So here we have in both numbers hundreds. So we will round to the hundreds. Okay, so to the right of the 2 we have 5, which is strong. So the 2 becomes 3. And to the right of the 2 we have 2 digits. So we write 2 zeros. Now plus. In 345, to the right of the 3 we have 4. So the 4 is weak, so we keep the 3. And we write 2 zeros. So here 300 plus 300 is 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 3 plus 3 is 6. So our estimate is 600. Now let's find the sum. 1 plus 5 is 6. 5 plus 4 is 9. 2 plus 3 is 5. So it's 596, which is close to the estimate. So our answer is reasonable. Okay, let's choose another one. Okay, let's choose number 4. First round to the hundreds. We have hundreds in both of them. Okay, so to the right of the 6 we have 8, which is strong. So the 600 becomes 700. Plus, to the right of the 3 we have 1, which is weak. So we keep the 300. Now 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 7 plus 3 is 10. So it's 1000. So our estimate is 1000. Okay, now let's find the sum. 6 plus 4 is 10. Again 10. We will write the 0 and carry up the 1 at tens. Now in tens, 1 plus 8 plus 1 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10 again. So we write the 0 and carry a 1. So in hundreds we have 1 plus 6 plus 3. So 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. So our answer is 1000. It's exactly the same as our estimate. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. And if you are in my class, we will complete the rest of the questions on the live session. Have a nice day and goodbye.